Hello, my name is Malik, and this is the presentation for our course project. This work was done by me, Malik, Adrià, and Reinaldo. I want to apologize because we still haven't decided the name of our startup, but we agreed that this will be our final or our last touch. So, this is the outline of the presentation. We will start by a brief introduction presenting our business idea. Then we will move to the result obtained after doing a brief market analysis about the footwear market in Spain and Catalonia in particular. After that, we will present our implementation strategy, pointing out the key requirement and the initial operation plan. And in the end, the last part, we will speak about the financial plan for the first years of our investment. So, our business idea is to start a multi-channel retail to sell shoes, bags and accessories, both online and offline. The idea basically is to close the gap between the mass production market and the luxurious expensive brand with a Spanish platform that will subtract the market share from foreigner companies. To do this, we have decided to start an online store as well as a physical store to build a brand reputation and satisfy the Spanish customer who is still unwilling to buy from only online stores. Driving our customer near a digital experience through the digitization of the physical experience. The reason behind choosing a multi-channel store is that when it comes to clothes and shoes, everyday customers are increasingly choose to buy online. At the same time, the physical experience or the physical shopping experience is still very important. According to Harvard Business Review, 73 of the participants use a multi-channel while 20% uses a physical stores, and on the other hand you have only 7 uses the only online stores. Also, another survey have shown that 60% of online purchases in Spain are collected in stores. We believe that multi-channel retailing strategy is the key for success, since it coincides with the current customer behavior as well as it gives the possibility to target much more or much wider range of customers. So, these are our main goal. First thing is to close the gap between luxurious brand and mass brands in Catalonia. Secondly, is to offer a high quality selection of both national and international brands. And then we are aiming to raise our online and offline customers experience by integrating technological aspects during their buying process. And in the end, we're also aiming to create a good reputation while create engagement with our clients, putting quality as our main priority. Then we will move to market analysis, which will be presented by my colleague Adrià.
So the target consumers, we had the idea to target men and women aged between 25 and 44 years old, because according to some studies done in Spain, are the consumers that spend more money through clothes and shows and also on online. So we see that woman aged between 25 and 44 years old has an average income between 18,000 22,000 euros yearly. That because of their work they need to cause a good impression due to the relationship with clients and also with the job mate. She socializes usually by going out at night on weekends, dinner. She uses a lot social networks. She follow on Instagram or on Twitter some famous fashion accounts. She's very engaged with all of this, and she expects, for example, on our products, like a wide selection of models. At the same time, for the men's age on this rank, 25-44 set, the income we see that is a little bit higher, as expected. Usually this kind of men cares about fashion and design, but not in the same way that women, but they care also about this stuff. They usually need shoes for going to work and also sneakers for the gym. They are usually guys attracted with the technology, so this will be a good segment in order to expand our idea on online sales. And we see that they don't usually like to wait a lot when they are shopping on stores. So this will be something that our offline store, our physical store, has to solve. Regarding the market in Spain, well, located in Badalona, we have choose Badalona as the first city where to open the first physical store as a trial city. And why we have tried this city? Because accordingly to some data in Spain, the sales of shoes is capitalized by two big topics, two big parts. The first, the big chains, the specialized chains that only sell shoes, and then small independent stores. So as we can see on the image on the right, in Badalona they are located in 3 spots mainly. We see this spot, one is near on the beach, one is a mall in Montigalà, and then there is the Magic Badalona Center, also a mall. So more or less doing a quick research in Google, we see that there are 20-30 stores in Badalona that concentrated in the areas that I said. And where are we going to put our physical store? So we have chosen to put it on the spot located near the beach, where this is true that there are more direct competitors due to the nature of the store, but also is the spot that the people that belongs to the segments that we have described previously are usually going to buy their shoes. So as said, putting some numbers to the segments described in Badalona, we have that our segment is about 60,000 persons, and with an average income of 22,000 euros per year. So this segment has been calculated with the population and the average income of people belonging to these segments in Badalona, and also taking into account this hectoparameter, which is something that can be translated to an equivalence of the people that lives there yearly. So because when using sometimes the data from people who lives there, sometimes it's not true that people is living there. There are also flags of tourism and that stuff. So due to this reason, we have used this 93% on the people age between 25 and 44. Regarding the online marketing side, this is true that whereas the physical store is only going to be located at the beginning, we will develop this idea on the financial study, but at the beginning only in Badalona. The online marketing sites has the idea to reach faster Barcelona, Catalonia, and the Spain market. To do this, in order to take an advantage or to offer something different, we have to work a lot on offering a unique user experience. Regarding our competitors, we have we have divided them between the offline competitors, that means the ones that sell shoes in a physical store, and the online competitors. About the offline direct competitors, doing a search on Google and also asking some colleagues who lives there and regarding our target, the main competitors will be like stores like Marlos, Meripaz, Mercal Calzados, and then other small shops in Badalona, but where people used to go often, like Papache, Govern, Bo, and OK. This regarding the shops, like independent stores that can be directly related with our idea. Then it is true that there are another stores located, most of them in Magic Badalona, a mall center, as we have seen on the map, that they will compete with us, but their target segments are usually people who only is focused on the brand and who mostly spends a little bit more than our idea. Regarding the online competitor, which is a market that has been growing the last years, we see that we also can split it on big chains that also has a physical store, like for example El Corte Inglés, then online sales companies like Amazon or miszapatos.com, and then we have also Zalando, which is a Spanish company who is growing a lot, and he's offering also a good user experience, and they are taking a lot of advantage because of that. So in order to compete with these competitors and other competitors on the net, what we have to do is that support our online sales also with our physical stores that we are going to open firstly in Badalona, but then in other cities similar and bigger like Barcelona, Madrid, in Spain, and also, as said at the beginning, offer a unique user.
So, our first channel is our physical store located in Badalona. The idea in the store is to combine shopping experience with entertainment. The physical store will have a technological design concept, which also will play the role as a marketing tool to build a reputation for our brand. Our objective is to make the store as unique and attractive as possible, combining the classical luxurious style with the more modern and digital style. The store will also feature some digital objects that will entertain our customers while they are doing their shopping experience. For example, intelligent machine for soft cocktails. And also there will be an interactive screen to search for information, suggesting different products, also to type any comments recommendation that might be useful as a feedback or to analyze the store or the operation, as well as digital device for food measurements, which can take the size of your food just by standing on it, which also can be used to facilitate any future purchases or online purchases, as well as the laser lit rear projection video wall, basically to show any advertisement or runway shows. Apart from our two distribution channels, we are planning to use indirect channels. Basically, is to register on the sites of the most used research engines inside and outside Spain. Basically, is to try to attract international customers, As well as we will use third-party platforms such as Amazon, Facebook, Google Shopping, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Pinterest, trying to target a wider range of customers. Then, if we move to our suppliers, we have chosen a particular list of brands that allows us to provide a variety of products that satisfies our customers. The criteria of choosing this list is based on their price, their reputation, as well as if they provide the latest fashion trends. Regards marketing, we believe is one of the crucial activities that our success relies on how good is it done. Therefore, we have came up with a marketing plan that takes place both online and offline. As regard our offline marketing, this will mostly take place in city of Badalona. So we'll start by distributing printed advertisement as well as putting billboards on strategic points of the city. Also, we will do a loyalty marketing, basically which is a program that rewards loyal customers by providing them with discounts or coupons. Also, we are planning to provide a feet care treatment inside our stores, as well as a sharing mirror where our customers can take photos and share them in their social media profile, or they can be sent via email. While for the online marketing, we are planning to place an advertisement in search engines, while monitoring the optimization processes and the keyword search, basically in order to be sure that our advertisement is placed properly. Secondly, we are planning to shoot a small clip and put it on YouTube in order to promote the opening day of our store. And often we will do a giveaways on social media in order to gain more followers to our social media page, as well as we will do an regular marketing including the following tasks with 4 to 5 posts a day in each platform, such as social media, such as Facebook, Instagram, and we will do a blogging with minimum 3 posts a week on our blog site. And also we will do some paid advertisements in Google and social media. For the management plan, we will divide the 3 of us in 3 different teams. The first team will be headed by Reinaldo, and it will be responsible for all the logistics, including the financial plan, the financial management and tasks and legal procedures, as well as product supply, storage and transportation. And in the end, it will be responsible also for performing the online marketing. And the second team will be the online team, which will be headed by me, and we will be responsible for developing and maintaining a website, as well as interacting with the customers and respond to all of their questions and comments, as well as solving any issues regarding the delivery process. And in the end, we will also perform the online marketing. And the third team is the offline team, which is the sales team that will be placed on our physical store in Badalona, and they will be responsible for all preparation of our stores as well as operating the store. However, despite this listed division or this listed structure, in the early stage we are planning to team up, leaving some space for collaborative work and maintaining high level of communication.
Hello everybody, my name is Reinaldo and I'm going to present you the finance plan of our idea of business. So first I will start with the sales forecast to reach or compute the income of our sales, and then I will make a cost breakdown of the business and finally analyze the cash flow of the business idea. So first, here we have the sales forecast, and that we are assuming for the 4 years that are forthcoming. So in this case, we assume or set a target of 3,000 shoes per year, basing on the consideration that we state here, like that 80% of the segment buy offline in Badalona, and 40% of this part goes to the store near to the beach, and each customer buy an average of 3 pairs of shoes per year, and there are around 20 stores that serve this segment. With the information, we build this graph that will basically split in 3 parts. Then a setup part with this 4 months of the setup of the store to build the store and design the store. Then after starting the operations or the opening the store, we expect to have a fast expansion that will be able to reach the 50% of the target here in 2019 June. And then starting with a slow expansion, and after in the year April 2020 to reach the target we expect, and then expand not only in Badalona but also to the other cities around Badalona. In the case of the online store, it's very similar assumption. In this case, the setup we expect to have only 2 months, not 4 months like in the previous case, and also the fast expansion will take not 1 year but 2 years, because in this case the market is more competitive, there are more competition, and it probably will be a bit difficult. So after these 2 years, we reach the target that we expect, and also then we will expand slower to other segments outside Catalonia. Then with these volumes, we expect or set an average of price of the shoes for 60 from the case of the offline store, and then 50 for the case of the online. So with this volume, we can forecast our income in the for each month in the forthcoming years. So in this case, we see that also we have from the first 2 years of operation a very fast expansion until reaching some point to stabilization, and then grow very more smoothly. Then we see also the peaks of the sales that correspond to the seasons of summer and December that we're also assuming here in our forecast. Then finally, the annual income summary, that where we summarize all the income statement. In this case, we also apart from the sales, we assume that the first year we will have 100k euros loan from a bank or other source that we expect to pay in 15 years with an interest of 4.5%. Also, we saw that in the second year we will need also finance from a little bit less, but short term, that we are willing to pay in 2 years to compensate a lack of liquidity of cash in the second year. I will start now with the outcome or expenses cost breakdown. First, I will start with the investment. So, in order to build or start our idea, we need to make investment in store conditioning, in store planning, website creation, and all kind of tech asset that we need to invest, like video wall and per technology. That is a technology that uses augmented reality to improve the user experience, and also the fit measure device. In this case, when we investigate that we need approximately a total investment of 51,000 euros. So this is we consider for now. Also, we need to consider the other expenses that are related to the operations. So in this case, if we have the investment or the expenses of the raw products, that we are assuming that it's 60% of the final price. Also the salaries, that the first year we will have one seller and also one manager / seller, and then we would like to in the second year to hire one more seller to have a total of 2 sellers and 1 manager that also act as a seller, and then gave them also a salary raise each year. And we also give them a bonus of 50% in the August and in December. Also, the cost of the rents and services, and also from the part of the market activities that will be include different services like web positioning, content generation, social media management, and so on. In this case, we plan to make a big investment the first year, and then in the second, third year to reduce or optimize this investment. Also, the services related to the online business like web hosting, or also the website domain and plugins and so on. In this case, also we consider the shipment and transport for the online products, will cost around this yearly, and we consider a cushion for emergency in this case. So here we have also the credit refund from the first round from 100k. We need to pay a fee of this amount in the first year, and then summing the second loan, we have to pay this amount for fee for the bank. Here the investment that I commented previously, and also the other payment that we consider is the administrative funds for the loan. So this goes to the bank basically. Now we are going to analyze the cash flow of our business. In this plot we see that in the first trimester we have an income which is basically provided from the loan that we asked for the bank, and a big outcome that is basically the investment that we make to build our store. Next, in the second trimester we have the operational flow. In this case, we see that in the first year almost the expenses are much higher than the income. Then we see here in the second trimester of 2019, where we ask for a second loan, we see an increment of the income, but we don't really reach the break-even point because operationally we are still under the expenses. Then in the first trimester of the 2020, we really reach the break-even point. After that point, we see that operationally the income is above the expenses, so the business is growing. This is already seen in this other plot, when we also see here the net cash position, which is decreasing very, very fast. In this point, that is why we asked for a second loan, because we didn't have liquidity from the expenses for the forthcoming years. So that's why we asking. But also we see that the cash flow is reducing. So this is a very good sign, because the business is increasing despite the cash is negative, but it is increasing. So that's why we asked for a second loan, a smaller and short term, because we only needed to upfront the expense from 1 year more, and then after reaching the break-even point, the cash will be positive, and the business will start to grow. So that was for our presentation, business idea, and we hope you enjoy it.